Hey guys, now that the cool weather is here and Thanksgiving is just around the corner, I know you will all be digging for those cornbread recipes. Today I wanted to share with you a fall twist on the traditional cornbread with these sweet potato cornbread muffins. I'm Meg and I'm passionate about finding ways to make life with kids easier in the kitchen. So let's go through our ingredients. You'll need flour, yellow cornmeal, cream of wheat, some regular sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. And then you'll need cut sweet potatoes, milk, Greek yogurt, eggs, and some oil. So the first step in the recipe is to prepare your sweet potatoes. The first time I made the muffins, I actually roasted the sweet potatoes, which gave the muffins a great flavor, but not a great texture. I felt like they didn't have enough moisture. So today what we're gonna do is steam the sweet potatoes. To do that, bring some water to a boil. Put a steamer basket over the water, throw your sweet potatoes in, cover, and steam for 7 minutes depending on the size of your sweet potatoes. You'll know they're done when they're fork tender. Now that I've cooked my sweet potatoes and they're nice and tender, I'm gonna puree them so that they have a nice smooth consistency in the muffins. I'm gonna do that in a food processor today. You can also mash them by hand or even puree them in a blender. My sweet potatoes are nice and smooth. They are also a fabulous orange color, and I'm just gonna turn them out into a bowl. Now we can add the rest of our wet ingredients, starting with the milk, and I'm using 2% because I had that in my fridge. And then we're gonna put our eggs in, and I have 2 of those. Followed by our Greek yogurt, and I'm using unsweetened. You can use whole or 2%. And finally we have our oil, and you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, or even coconut oil. So now that everything's in there, I'm gonna give it a nice whisk. I've set my wet ingredients to the side so I can mix my dry ingredients, starting with the flour, which I'll put into a really giant bowl because I'll do all my mixing in there. And then I have a little bit of yellow cornmeal. In the past, I have used a whole grain cornmeal, but I find that the muffins get a little bit toothy when they do that and the kids don't love it, so today I'm just using yellow cornmeal. Next, I have a little bit of regular granulated sugar, and then some cream of wheat. Now, if you don't have cream of wheat, feel free to sub it with just your yellow cornmeal, but it does add a nice nutrient boost because it has both protein and iron. And finally, my baking powder and my spices. I'm just using cinnamon, but you can also add some nutmeg. And then a quick whisk. All that's left to do is to combine your wet and your dry ingredients, so I'm gonna pour them together and stir. I have a muffin tin that I've lined with some liners, otherwise this pan is gonna be a pain in the butt to clean up, and I'm just gonna drop my muffin mixture in there. Now into a 425-degree oven for about 18 to 22 minutes. My muffins are out of the oven, they've cooled for just a few minutes, and I wanted to break into one so you can see how moist and delicious they look. You can tell that the texture of these muffins is gonna be very moist and fluffy, and I love the pretty orange color. So as I mentioned, I love serving these with a little bit of chili, so make sure you check out my chicken chili recipe, and I hope these end up on your Thanksgiving table. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys. Apparently also very good for breakfast.
It's delicious.